Hello and welcome to the Spooktober special, and today we're starting off with a ping, so you know, bats. Vampire bats mostly. There are many myths surrounding the bat, which we will uncover today. Love them or hate them, bats are a keystone species. That means the ecosystem they live in strongly depend on them, and would greatly change if something happened to them. Out of all of the bats, one of the biggest benefiters to the ecosystem is the fruit bat, through a process called seeding. By eating fruits and scattering the seeds throughout the region via normal digestive means, many of the fruit trees we have today are thanks to fruit bat players. Bats are the only animal that belong to the order of Chiroptera, meaning hand-wing. Bats are also the only mammal that can fly. If a human wanted to fly like a bat, our wings would need to be 6.7 meters in length to support the average weight of a 190-pound male. Bats are one of the best support classes for the regions they dwell in, and are the predators of 70% of the flying insect players. They are the grim reapers of the insect world. Something you may have heard is that bats carry rabies. However, less than 1% of bats have rabies, and very few people have ever gotten rabies from them. Over the past 50 years, about 40 human players have gotten rabies from bats. Man's best friend is the real culprit in this department. Rabies-infected dogs kill up to 3,500 human players a year. I think we can ease up off the bats and start looking at the real danger. Another myth surrounding bats is that they get tangled in people's hair. Unless you got a real beehive of a hairdo rocketing up to the sky, this is highly unlikely, and they are not agents of evil. Unless you're an insect, then you're pretty much doomed. Let's check out the passive skill set for vampire bats. They have a ton of cool ones, such as anesthetic. This takes effect when they lick up blood, which stops pain in the area. At the same time, another skill, anticoagulant, an enzyme in their saliva, is activated. This will keep blood flowing as long as they keep licking. They get this blood from other animals. When vampire bats are on their prey, they find a good spot to bite using their thermoception, a heat-sensing organ in their noses. This allows them to find the best areas to draw blood from. If the player liked a particular animal class they fed on, they can use their super hearing to recognize its breathing pattern and return to it the next day. Out of every animal on the planet, vampire bats have the sharpest known teeth, which they take full advantage of. Before they feed, they shear away the hair, leaving a nice, smooth patch of skin. Vampire bats drink around a tablespoon worth of blood each feeding. This is around 20 or so grams. They usually weigh 40 grams, depending on their mass. That's half of their body weight. If human vampire players were real, they would need to drink around 3,000 calories a day to survive. A human has 5 liters of blood, each liter containing 900 calories. After a feeding, you would have less than 2 liters of blood left. Around 65% of your blood would be consumed, depending on your body mass. If you lose 40% of your blood, you would need immediate support, or it'd be game over. However, if human vampire players consumed like vampire bats, they would need up to 68 pounds or 31 liters of blood a day to get the adequate nutrition needed to survive. Meaning the only people that would survive it would be anime characters, because you know, they always seem to have comical amounts of blood. Bats navigate using a skill called echolocation, which are ultrasonic sound waves that reflect back off solid objects, such as an insect or wall. These bouncing sound reflections determine how they will maneuver. Echolocation is not perfect, as thin objects, such as nets, will be invisible to their sonar. Many bats are captured this way, whether it be for food or tagging. There's even been a few human players that have learned how to see with their ears. Although this trait is incredibly rare, some human players have spec'd into it. If a human wanted to see with their ears, so to say, just as well as a bat, your ears would have you looking like something right out of Star Trek. Hello everyone, thank you for watching this week's episode. You can always gain some extra XP by hitting that like button, and you can always join the guilds by subscribing to this channel. If you would like me to cover a certain class, be sure to drop a comment below, and always you guys, take it easy. I will see you again real soon. Thanks again for watching, until next time.